Have you heard the legend of a racehorse? Let's dive into how White Horse Cookie shocked the crowd and tickled funny bones. Tom's technique is one of a kind. He told little Ray not to whip Cookie too hard, but to let him go full throttle at the end like a jet engine. Sure enough, the method succeeded. More surprisingly, whenever foes appeared, Cookie burst with super energy as if drinking Red Bull. That brown figure zoomed like a lightning bolt, as if saying, "Slow down, everyone," in breaking records. A man and his horse cruised to victory, but speed alone wasn't enough. A true racehorse needs loads of experience, so they decided to enter the Santa Anita Stakes, and Tom reminded little Ray to stick close to the hotshot horses and then let Cookie loose. Watch it, don't let Cookie's steps get too out of line. Before the race, no one trusted Seabiscuit, its odds soaring to 7-1. All awaited his comeback, but little Ray abandoned the strategy at the start. Little Ray got bumped by the number 2 rider, and in a fit, he sped Cookie up, trying to show the others how to play by the rules with some over-the-top. However, this crazy behavior quickly led to the consequences he deserved. Cookie was quickly overtaken by the pack, lost in defeat. Yet, facing Tom and the boss, little Ray felt innocent. That night, he stood on the bridge to toss his father's book, feeling a mix of anger and resentment tied to being abandoned by his overdoing it was his way of struggling to survive. But this time, that tactic cost the boss the race. The next day, feeling down, little Ray used a dentist excuse to borrow money from the boss, testing whether he would. When the boss heard little Ray wanted to borrow $10, he waved his hand generously and gave him 20, instantly warming little Ray's heart. Grateful little Ray was determined to redeem himself in the upcoming races, vowing to repay the boss' trust this time. He began to strictly control Cookie's speed, keeping a charging mindset, waiting for the right moment to unleash him. In the post-race interview, the boss' remarks captivated countless fans as a plight during the Great Depression suddenly found a profound resonance. The inspirational comeback story of this little horse was uplifting, reflecting people's own struggles and bringing endless comfort and hope. From then on, Cookie had fans everywhere. Cheers and encouragement filled the racetrack, and even kids revered him as a superstar. Everyone invested their hopes for the future in Cookie, and he didn't let them down, soaring high and becoming the pride of the West. Some crazy fans even sent him dozens of beer cases because they heard he enjoyed a drink. What a character. Quick, go find Max and see if he's been sneaking a drink. These horseshoes are just way too unique. I'm practically going crazy. I don't even have my own horseshoes to wear. Little Ray, filled with anger, approached Charles to voice his dissatisfaction. Seabiscuit is a racehorse, not a pet meant for display. Don't become overly proud just because you've won a few races in the West. The truly formidable challengers are in the East. That's not how it works. Charles thought of every trick to get the champion to face off. He decided to host a $100,000 race. This would be the longest running race. Such a prize would attract every famous horse from the East, making it an official event. As soon as the news broke, all the top horses from the East flocked in, yet the champion remained absent because the wealthy looked down on these petty races. But Charles remained calm, calculating that if they could win against all the East horses, there would be plenty of chances to challenge the champion. As the race began, Cookie, as usual, conserved his energy in the first half, then zoomed past one competitor after another during the final sprint. They should have easily secured the victory, but little Ray failed to notice someone chasing up from the right, and lost by a whisker. Tom couldn't help but grill little Ray on why he slacked off, and after some prodding, he finally revealed his painful past. Little Ray came from wealth, but was sold to the racehorse owner after his family fell into ruin due to the economic crisis. Life was incredibly tough, enduring bullying and exploitation daily. He had to resort to underground fighting, which ultimately resulted in a permanent blindness of his right eye, a truly heartbreaking past. Tom accused little Ray of fraud and demanded his dismissal, but the boss smiled and said it's fine. If your heart is resentful, There are problems everywhere, but if it's broad, it's spring all around. This generous boss gave little Ray a glimmer of hope.